Goldman is going to be a driver to look out for next race. He was coming on strong in the final couple of laps there. He was gaining and gaining and gaining on the leaders.
Hello and welcome back to Closed Circuit Sports for some early morning go-karting. Round 9 of the Indy Karting Challenge at Whiteland Raceway Park. Colton Kelly, top of the charts for the warm-up sessions. Shout out to the boy. Ethan Williams also showing up quick in the morning. I don't want to call him a mid-pack guy, but he's normally not up that high. Braden Heber, Gage Justiniano, Colin Harden, Levi Wilbur, and company. For the light class, 206 senior. Heading out for qualifying. Getting all spooled up here. Running with New Gen Motorsport again this weekend. Love these guys. Taking a lot off my plate. Zach Allen in front of us. Letting me focus on driving. I have been getting faster, just not faster as quickly as I'd like. That almost redundant. Dangerously close to redundant. Trying to get the tires warm on lap 1 at whatever this was, 9:30 in the morning. The warm-up was at 8:20, it was still cold. Ethan's still fighting the tires. After being very quick in warm-up, he pulls right into the pits. Something was wrong, so he will be starting from the back. Meaning, he will be starting out of position, and we will have to be aware that he is back there. Who else? Let's see what's going on out here. We were about a second and a half off the pace in the warm-up. Gotta see if we can whittle that down over the day. Light session was in the morning, alternating every round with the medium session, between who has to go in the morning in the cold, and who gets to go on the prime track and then in the evening. Normally though, the final for the morning sessions is on a pretty prime track. The heat race is usually still a little bit dicey, but it's coming in at that point, or at least it should be. We let Braden through, we let Tyler through. Not in that order. Can we hang on to the back of 8? Eber. Oh, mistake from Sims. 19. Let's Wilbur through. As it bunched us up. So let's see how this all shakes out, because those two are going to scoot through on Sims. Yup. But can I stick with them? Tyler stick with them? Maybe not today. He just had a big accident last time out. Took him out of the weekend. He seemed to be in a bit of a funk today. But I only say that because normally I can't really scrap with him. It's pretty hit or miss. He's good. Man is good. On the days where I am really racing with him, I'm like, damn, is he off or am I on? Let's go. So, today ended up proving to be one of those days. Tyler was our main dance partner for the day, and it was awesome. The throwback to last year at K1 and Fisher's. Once a month, we would go racing. For a year. This is year 2. Curious to see what he'll want to do next year. Because I don't imagine he's going to get stuck in 206. He might get stuck chasing wins in 206, but I don't think he got stuck at K1 chasing wins. He might have gotten one, but he might just scoot right up to KA and get picky. We shall see. It was good to see him back out this weekend so quickly after the accident. Dipping a tire off into the grass there. Back on that ass now. We got a draft. Thought about the move there, but didn't have the space to dive. Didn't want to force it in qualifying. On a buddy, teammate. I just dipped a tire off in empathy, sympathy, whichever. That corner still debating my existence, the south hairpin. Still love Daytona. If you haven't been with us before, Daytona is the name of that corner that we just took. That flat, wide open, crazy banked corner. That they had to close and reopen for safety concerns. That's like, you know how you know a roller coaster's good at an amusement park? They had to close it and reopen it. It's like, oh, something happened there. All right, this is gonna be a scary one. Qualifying comes to a close. We crack into the 48s, but just barely. We already saw people cracking into the 47s, I believe, in this session. Let me take a look at the timesheet here. We're stuck with Sims. This is a good sign. Compared to how we usually drive. Nah, not compared to how we usually drive. Zach Allen lost a piece of his, oh, that's what it was. He had to pull off on the right because he had a tire come off, which it has to be a terrifying feeling. He said he didn't know it was gone until it wasn't turning. I think that's kind of hilarious. Crazy though. So anyway, you saw we qualify. I believe it was 8th, 9th. I think it was 9th. So we line up behind Gage Justiniano, a name that they refuse to say correctly on the Kart Chaser broadcast. Sound it out, gentlemen. Sound it out. I feel the same way about Mason Gallion. They always get the Gallion kids' names wrong because it looks like Galen if you're not looking closely, but one of them got to be listed exit. You know what I mean? Shoot. And the other one's just too nice to correct his partner. It's Gallion. It's Galyan. Why do you keep saying Galen? I don't know. Unless they know something I don't. Or like if they've spoken to them, I don't know. That shit cracked me up. There's days where they say it correctly, but most of the time they say Galen. Which I'm like, guys, read. Anyway. Tangents aside, we pull out for the heat race. Pause. Had to pause. Trying to get the tires warm. Gonna try to stick behind Mr. Batman here. He's got awesome stickers on his cart. Like a custom decal set. I dig it. We're gonna try and hang. Because I know he's quick. He's taken off on me before. I think he was in the medium class last time out. that I was racing with him. So seeing him here in the light class for the first time, doing double duty. I think he ran in the afternoon as well. We'll double check on that later. Tyler on our right. Derek Cutshaw up on the right as well, alongside Gage. Braden Heaver, Levi Wilbur, Colton Kelly, Colin Harden. And I stalled my frickin' motor again. Coming to green. Too tight on the brakes, not enough on the gas, stalled the motor, got it going again on the first pole, thank God, in time for the green flag. I get a nudge going into turn 2 there, but we live, and we're chasing. We still got something behind us, so here we go. A little slippy, a little slidey. Tyler trying to find a gap on Gage. Can't quite get it done. Backs out wisely. And look at this, I'm right at the back door. I think I'll have him at the end of the straight here. Should have stayed in as long as I could have instead of pulling out so early, but sliding side by side into the next corner. He's got me. No tap. Got him here. Stick it. I don't like that center hairpin. The way I'm taking it is still incorrect, and I know it, but I don't know how to correct it. South hairpin, center hairpin. That's a lot of time right there. Couldn't figure it out today, though. It'll stay an enigma all day long. You'll see. So the lap counter is obviously a lie. We lost our data here. It'll come back later, but at this point, it was like frozen. It wasn't off, it was just frozen. So at a certain point, it restarts, but it occupied a little bit too much of my processing power for a little bit too much time here. Where I'm looking at it going, is this good? Is it okay? Is it still recording? Can I reset it? What's going on? It's frozen on lap 3 at 33 miles an hour, and what the heck? But I'm trying not to think about it, because, we're live. We are racing. Do not take your eye off the ball. It'll come back later, but it basically just restarted itself. I don't know what the deal was. Anyway, we're trying to hawk down Gage over here, but the gap is building. Tyler is chasing. We got through on Tyler though, damn. You see me now fiddling with the micron like an idiot, trying to turn it off. I'm just trying to turn it off at this point. And it wouldn't even let me do that, which is weird. Thought I had a chance to do that down the straight, but he tries to move. He gets through. Damn it. Idiot. I am idiot in this case. Ooh, thinking about getting right back through. I was annoyed at the move, okay. Stay right with him. Stay right with him. And stay in his air. Use the air the whole way. Then pull out. Make the move. Do not drive next to his air for the whole straight. That was so silly. Use your resources. I think we're getting here. Same overtake, same spot. Love to see it. Didn't really close the door because I was already in front. Just fell in. Oop! Ooh! We got a fight. Here comes 42. Shit. Ethan making moves. Seeing the two of us battling. Closes the gap and takes advantage. I'm gonna try and stick with Ethan's air here as the Micron comes back to life for no discernible reason. Anyway. Didn't mean to nudge Tyler there, but okay, we're alongside. Are we ahead? I think we're alongside. Still alongside. Can we outbrake him here? Yes. Can we hold? Who's to say? Let's try and chase down Ethan. Hopefully hold off Tyler. This is scrap. I like this. We don't always have a dance partner in these events. This is good. Because it's not as crowded as a lot of karting events out here, which is very good for me trying to learn. 20 karts on track at a time is not always conducive to learning. Sometimes it is for learning hard lessons about racing, but in terms of actually getting better, not always. Good to learn how to race in a crowd, though. Are we gaining on Ethan, or is Ethan taking off? He is taking off. Damn it! He was fastest. One of the fastest. In practice. Would have been quick in qualifying. His damn motor was working. Ooh, counter steer. Gotta stop fighting the go-kart. Was that the white flag? Or 2 to go? I think that was the white flag. Heat races are only 5 minutes plus 2 laps here, but that plus 2 always gets funky because the clock is determined by the first time the leader passes the line after the clock hits 0. So if the leader passes the line with 1 second still on the clock, we go for another lap, technically. Unless the flagman is feeling antsy that day. Feels like he wants to go home. He's got a hot date that night. Whatever. You're supposed to get a bonus lap. But it's up to the flagman. Because if they call 2 to go, it's 2 to go. So it was. And we finish where we're supposed to. Which feels good, man. Feels good. Finishing 8th. Braden Heber taking the heat race win. Levi Wilbur and Derek Cutshaw rounding out the podium. Cutshaw making an appearance in a race suit this weekend, which was awesome to see. I had not gotten to race alongside the new gen boss before. But boy, does he still have it. Man is quick. Love to see it. I need some on-track coaching. Thinking that's what's up next. Impatiently waiting to go out for the final. Morning sessions. Starting in 8th, trying to hold it. I believe we got 11 karts on track. Everybody finished the heat race, which is good. Nobody ran into any kart trouble. Nobody ran into each other. I think we had a little bit more chaos here in the final, but I think everybody still finished, which is really impressive. But you'll see the chaos on the timesheet at the end and in the points at the end of the year. Hopefully this doesn't have too much impact on that, but it's not going to be without consequence. Tires are coming in now at the end of the lap. A little slippy, but pretty warm now. These were stickers for the weekend. Freshly rebuilt engine. A no excuses kart. I like it. So it's all about me and my driving style and my technique at this point. And I know that. We've removed all the other variables, thank God. Can't blame anything else. Let's get going. Let's make moves. Green, green, green. Trying to get Ethan there. Not quite. Woof. Slipping his new gen back through. Everybody single file. Oh, Ethan pulls out to make the move on Gage. Gets it done. Safe and clean. Ooh, I had a little lug out of there. I must have taken that differently. Gotta get out of my head and look at those corners the right way. Ooh, I had a real run there on Gage, but not enough to make the leap. Ah, there it goes. Come on. A little better, but you hear the tires protest. So there is a way to do that better. Because they don't make much noise when you ask them nicely. Or correctly, I suppose. Can't expect things to get done just because you ask nicely. Gotta ask correctly. Ooh, lugging it out of the corner. A little hop, trying to get it going again. Trying to keep the revs up. Trying to keep the clutch engaged. That's the only thing worth looking into now after the rebuild, is that my peak torque is below where the clutch engages. So maybe I need a lower clutch engagement point? I don't know. But anyway. Now we're really finagling. I just gotta stay in the throttle more. And longer. Learn how to trail brake. Damn it, there goes Alan. Chopping down the corner and benefiting from it though, is Alan. Carrying more speed through there, clearly. Only lap 5. Let's not let him run away now. late turning in there. A lot of track I'm leaving unused. Pretty good consistency though. Three of the last 4 laps within a tenth of each other. Still got about 1.3 to find. 1.6 compared to that lap. I think we saw 47.4. I don't know if we saw 47.2 yet, but I think we do in the final here. This is such a competitive class. And the guys who run it regularly, religiously, are damn near pros for what's available in this class. The guys who place here could run at any regional and do well. Chance to win. Not favorites, but a chance to win. Had about twice as many drivers last year, but when K1 bought the circuit, the prices had to go up to justify it, and it drove a lot of people right over to Newcastle, which is tempting because that's Mecca for go-karts. It doesn't take much to convince people to go over to Newcastle when it's only an hour away. From what I've heard, it's a much more American-style track. This is a very European-style go-kart track, and I mess with it. But I understand not everybody is a fan of Formula Racing. Not everybody is a fan of road and street racing. If you're not, I don't really get it, but Newcastle is an absolutely diabolical track. Even though it does not have nearly as many walls, not nearly as much punishment for running off the track. You can go off and come right back on track and not need to go right back to the pits because you didn't necessarily bend your axle. But here, if you went off, you probably bent something. Because all the walls are right there. Alright. Zach took off. I got slow, got tight on it. Back over 49s, what the heck is going on? My mechanic for the day, Nick, was telling me that, told me after the race, that everybody ran into the same issue, including Derek. We went out with tire pressures too high, I believe he said was the issue. And so, toward the end of the race, we all went out of the window about the same time. Let's see if we can scrap something back. We just had a 48.6 in there. We got a couple of 49s all around it. I don't like it. But I think that gap in front got to be daunting, and the gap behind is pretty comfy as well. See, another 49. Weird. Anyway. The afternoon session was a lot of similar vibes to this one, where I'm like, okay, I'm doing pretty damn well. They're better right now, though. Man, they're better. What do I need to do? And now that is a confidently asked question, instead of it being, man, I wonder what it is I need to do to make this possible. How do I get from here to there? Now it's like, okay, I have all the tools, and I have confidence that I can describe what I'm feeling and exert some actual control over the kart, rather than just feeling like I'm along for the ride. Like, wow, it's fast and it's taking me places. No, now it's like, I'm driving it more than I probably need to. I'm almost certainly overdriving the kart. Levi Wilbur had an off track, coming back through, not even mad at it, make me faster, bud. Let's go. Also, you'll see on the timesheet at the end, it didn't in any way negatively impact us that Levi got through there. It was the right thing to do. Also, nothing I could have done to keep it behind me. Dude is fast. And to that point, I humbly submit, I know I'm not talented at this sport off rip like some people happen to be. There's too much thinking. I do too much thinking. The people who are successful in this seem to be able to check their brain at the door and just go race. I need to get back to that, but I gotta pay attention to the right things. That seems to be where I run into trouble. Is that my eyes wander and the vision doesn't always stay in the tunnel the way that I like it to be. That racing tunnel, that time tunnel, is one of the nicest places to be in the world. And too often I end up driving out there, like just riding around. Not today though, not recently. I've been in races, rather locked in. I think that last lap just kind of proved it. We managed to 48.5. Before he gapped us a little bit there, it got back to 48.9. So okay. It wasn't out of reach. We were just kind of falling off there. Only half a second off our best lap, but consistency is key, and we were losing some time there that we could have kept. So, with the morning session in the books, I appreciate you guys joining us. I hope to see you for the afternoon video here in just a couple of minutes. I'm Drew Goldman. This has been Closed Circuit Sports. And that penalty for Levi could decide the season, but I sure hope that it'll come down to the wire anyway. Peace.